Hello and welcome to my review for the Korean Grand Prix that just finished just a minute ago. It wasn't the most interesting race of the season, but a lot of important things happened. The main thing being the start and Vettel getting a very good first lap, taking over Webber, actually finishing on first position. So it's obviously very important for the championship. He now leads it by I think 5 points or 4 points, and it's a very important win for him. It seems like the Red Bull and Vettel have a very strong sort of bond at the moment, and they seem to be performing very well. Obviously, Korea is a good track for Vettel. He seems to do very well at it. He's got a lot of speed. I think the car suits the track. Again, the race wasn't the most interesting race of all time. The first lap was definitely the most interesting part. Alonso managed to get past Lewis Hamilton, who had quite a bad start. I think he had a very good start, and then he got sort of stuck behind the Red Bulls, and then it just all went wrong from there. Button got hit out by a Sauber. I don't know what the Saubers were up to at the start. They seemed to be all over the place. Obviously very desperate to pass each other or something. They just collided. Perez almost done a Grosjean at the start, which is very fortunate for him. He didn't, and then Kobayashi just smacked into Button towards the second corner or third corner. So yeah, it was very unfortunate for Button, who got knocked out. Obviously McLaren needed those points for the constructors' title. I think that's definitely in Red Bull's hand now, because I think the McLaren isn't strong enough. And Red Bull have done some very good upgrades, and they're very good at the moment. I reckon Alonso will be reasonably happy with this race. I mean, he won't be overwhelmingly happy. Obviously, he's lost the lead in the championship, but he's got some good points under the bag, a good podium position. I don't think you could expect too much more from this race. The Red Bulls are just so strong at the moment. It's unbelievable. They always seem to time their upgrades to perfection, that team. I know the cars and the tracks sort of suit each other towards the end of the season. Like the India track, the Korea, the Japan Grand Prix are very similar sort of tracks to a certain extent. It seems to suit the Red Bull a lot. But McLaren started the season the fastest team, and they seem to have gone back quite a bit, which is unfortunate for them. I think they keep having a lot of unlucky problems. Not really unlucky, I think it's just mechanical problems that shouldn't really come up, but it just seems to keep appearing every race. Something always seems to go wrong, or some sort of unluckiness, which isn't even a word. But it just seems to get very unlucky and not get the rub of the green at the moment, and it's unfortunate for McLaren fans. And I really want to say I'm really interested in like World Championship, like 5 cars going into like, the last race or something with like equal chance of winning the championship. It just seems like a Vettel and Alonso have gone off. Now they've done a little mini championship towards the end of the season, which is unfortunate for everyone else, but it should be fairly interesting. A lot of people have been asking me on Twitter, or I've been saying stuff on Twitter, that does Vettel deserve to be the 3 World Championships? It seems like he's going to win it fairly easily now, and that's another debate. I think for me, I don't think he deserves 3 championships. So now I'm going to talk about my driver today. Sebastian Vettel probably has to be my driver today. Just owned the race, brilliant start, and just controlled the pace at the start, and towards the whole race he just done really well. 2 mentions I want to mention: Hulkenberg, who done very well to get a very solid 6th position, and very strong points for Force India. At the start of the season I didn't really rate him too much, but he's slowly sort of grown into that team and got like sort of set up a little bit better. He's a lot more faster now. I think he's looking away next season, perhaps a Sauber or Williams, so that'd be interesting to see. Also, Ricciardo started 21st and finished 9th, a very good race for him. Obviously, I think always like the end points, like 8th to 9th, 8th to 10th, always get a little bit ignored because they know you focus more on the front teams. But Ricciardo had a very good race, a very good, strong performance by Toro Rosso in this Grand Prix. I think their straight line speed helped him a lot in this race, where perhaps they didn't have the amount of grip towards the end. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton finished 10th, which I think pretty much ends his championship hopes for this season. Hopefully, over the next few seasons with Mercedes, he can improve and just go in the right direction. But at the moment, he's not going to have any chance of winning the championship, which is unfortunate for him. One person I want to mention as well, I think Massa's just performing so well towards the end of the season. He's definitely improving dramatically. I think he could have overtaken Alonso fairly easily. But obviously, you got some team orders to say hold back 2 seconds to Alonso, and it sort of pretty much stayed like that, and that sort of finished the end of the race like that. I think Alonso obviously has a very strong foundation in that team, and obviously he is fighting for the World Championship, so they don't want to ruin that at all. It's a shame Massa couldn't perform like this towards the end of the beginning of the season, because we could have seen a different Constructors' Championship. There we go. Grosjean had a very strong race. He didn't crash on the first lap for once, which makes a change, to be honest. I mean, Obviously he's performing very up and down this season. It's clear to everyone that he has the speed, but he doesn't seem to have very good spatial awareness of other cars, so it seems like crashing. But hopefully that improves towards the end of the season and we see a very good Grosjean. But this is a little review I like to do at the end of each race, so if you do enjoy, make sure you subscribe, like and favourite, and comment below about what you think of the race and what's your driver of the day. I'll see you again really, really soon.